hapon po to our volley fans. Good afternoon to our volley fans online, and we are still live here at the Dasmariñas City, Cavite for our second game of this Sunday's triple header. I am Rhea Ragas together with Nico Aaron and Alfonso Galvez at the panel. And of course, we have three exciting matches for this Sunday, and for this game we have the Quezon Tangerines going up against the Pasay Lady Voyagers kanina, which nanalo ang Quezon in 3 sets. And of course, for our second game, that is a Marikina Lady Shoemasters going up against Biñan Tatak Gel. And of course, Negros Immaculada going up against Dasmariñas Monarchs. And catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. So, whether you're watching us live here at the venue or online, it's always a treat when you spend your Sunday with volleyball. And of course, abangan po natin who will remain victorious in today's game.
The intense volleyball action continues mula po yan dito from the beautiful and colorful city of Dasmariñas, Cavite, inside the Dasmariñas Arena in this beautiful venue during opening day. It is Laika Tudlasan and the Biñan Tatak Gel looking to solidify their top 3 standing, entering the playoffs and continue their winning streak as they go up against Daragat and the young and hungry Marikina Lady Shoemasters looking to get back in the win column in today's match. It is Marikina versus Biñan. That is our match today here inside the Dasmariñas Arena. It is Marikina versus Biñan in our second match of our Wednesday triple header. Good afternoon to all of our viewers watching us on all of our live streams. The name is Nico A. And of course, kasama ko pa rin Alfonso Galvez and Rhea Ragas at courtside. Fons, a lot of good matches today, but this one, Biñan and Marikina, another great match.
Yes, we're now at the midpoint of our Sunday triple header. Biñan at the top, currently at the top 3 of the standings, and Marikina now at the bottom, but bilog ang bola. Anything could happen today. It's still very exciting to witness this game between both teams.
Yes, both teams hungry to get the win. Nabanggit mo nga, bilog ang bola. But let's first talk about the previous meeting between both of these teams, Marikina and Biñan. That was a good one, but Biñan had the upper hand, winning that in 3 straight sets.
Yeah, Biñan domination was an understatement. Marikina only scored 12, 8, and 14 points respectively in that sweep by Biñan. Biñan more than doubled the attacks of Marikina, 39-16, and had 12 aces as compared to 1. So Marikina, they definitely know what they have to improve today. Reception and attacking.
Oh, yun nga. So let's see, can they improve on that being a young team in Marikina? But Biñan looking to stay solid pa rin. We know they're top 3 in our standings. They want to continue their winning streak. Of course, that is led by a lot of their key players. But syempre, they had a lot of standouts dito. Well-balanced ang nagiging opensa dito ng Biñan.
Yes, that was the game na marami ring nilaro si coach na second stringers or bench players, and the Seilagay Segovia definitely, stood up and proved to be a consistent player for the side of Biñan with 8 points, 6 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace. So that's one thing that we've been seeing a lot in MPVA, coaches really giving the opportunity to other players to shine. And yon, si Segovia, hindi niya winaced yung opportunity given by coach.
Yeah, that's called. When her number was called, Segovia did show up para dito sa Biñan. But of course, one of the consistent ates para dito sa Biñan. Laika Tudlasan, the team captain, one of the leaders para dito sa Biñan, really stepping up para dito sa Takjel.
Yes, Laika Tudlasan could definitely be considered the ace of this Biñan team with 13 points, 11 attacks, and 2 aces compared in their match rather against San Juan. That was a very dominant showing again by Laika Tudlasan. She's known to be a very strong spiker pero mautak din, and definitely yung the likes of Domasic, her setter, and it's a total team effort. Kaya rin nagsha-shine si Tudlasan for Biñan.
Okay, you talked about Laika Tudlasan. Now, Pons, let's go on the other side of the fence. Let's talk about Bridget Martinez, one of the main young stars para dito sa Marikina Lady Shoe Masters. And she's been a bright spot coming back from that injury round 1 versus Biñan. Ang ganda rin ang pinakita niya doon.
Yes, we're going back to the round 1 match between Marikina and Biñan. Bridget Martinez top scored with 6 points, but we have to note that 6 points for a top scorer, of course, there's something, as a coach, you want more from your players. She had help from Balmedina with 4 points, Chopitea and Lenguaje with 2 points apiece. But definitely, this game, you want more output from your players if you were coach.
Yeah, so a lot of stories and output to look forward to in this match. Pero Pons, makibalita muna tayo sa ating courtside reporter, si Rhea Raagas. Hi, Rhea.
Heading into this game, the Marikina Lady Shoe Masters have nothing to lose. When I had the opportunity to speak with the team earlier, sabi nila, more than the game itself, it's the experience, exposure, and the lessons learned that they value most throughout this tournament. But of course, one thing that the team is most excited about playing up against Biñan is the fact that they get to be challenged by a much more intact and well-connected team. Something that the Lady Shoe Masters is still trying to polish. But of course, for Marikina, these are the kinds of matches where they learn the most, and because it pushes them to their comfort zone and forces them to level up. Now let's see if the Lady Shoe Masters can be put to test. They're going up against Biñan.
Thank you so much. That was Rhea Raagas. Nabanggit nga niya, Pons, nothing to lose. That's the mentality na kailangan ng Marikina in this match, and a lot of fun things to look forward to sa kanila.
Yes, definitely. Yung nothing to lose mentality really relieves the pressure dun sa team, and also hopefully it will enable them to really show out their system and the smooth performance that they of course want to show in the MPVA.
So we're looking forward to all of that. Now, for those of you near the venue here in Dasmariñas, Cavite, then come on over and watch our games live. But for all of you who couldn't make it, don't worry, because you could catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusupi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. That is powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Kaya naman mga kaliga, kapit lang po kayo because it is our second match, Marikina and Biñan, sa ating pababalik dito sa MPVA, ang liga para sa lahat.
Presenting our officials for match number 44. First referee, Mr. Lawrence Unida. Second referee, Mr. Paul Framir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The battle continues here at the new Dasmariñas Arena in Dasmariñas City, Cavite. This is the second season of Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang liga para sa lahat. It's the second game of our Sunday triple header featuring the WCC Marikina Ladies Shoemasters against the Biñan Tatak Gel Arellano University Lady Chiefs. Now it's time to meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the WCC Marikina Ladies Shoemasters. Opposite hitter number 1, Shanali Palek. Outside hitter number 3, Celine Dagaran. Another outside hitter number 6, Liam Linguaje. Setter number 12, Raven Sarte. Middle blocker number 18, Mia Aguila. Another middle blocker number 19, Eloy Balmedina. And their starting libero is number 13, Carla Concepcion. Coaching for the Ladies Shoemasters is Revi Villoquinto. Now let's meet the starters for the Biñan Tatak Gel Arellano University Lady Chiefs. Middle blocker number 2, Sam Tira Tira. Outside hitter number 7, Laika Tudlasan. Middle blocker number 13, Faye Manguban. Setter number 15, Kat Dumasig. Opposite hitter number 18, Chris Servidal. Outside hitter number 21, Yen Sabadal. And their starting libero is number 12, Harim Ceballos. The coach for the Lady Chiefs is Obet Javier.
It is match number 2. And ito, ating starting lineups: Sarte, Balmedina, Aguila, Dagarat, Lenguaje, Palek, and Concepcion para sa Marikina. At para naman sa Biñan, Dumasig, Tira-Tira, Mangubat, Tudlasan, Sabanal, Servidad, and Ceballos. Marikina and Biñan, both teams looking to continue solid performances dito sa ating round number 2. It is Marikina wanting to get back in the win column. Itong Biñan naman looking to solidify their top 3 seed. Shaneli Palek of Marikina, Laika Tudlasan of Biñan are set to go at it. It is match number 2 of our Sunday triple header rather. Mula po yan dito sa Dasmariñas Arena. Nico Aaron alongside Pons Galvez and Rhea Raagas at courtside. And Pons kanina, ganda ng match na yun. Quezon winning that one, and Quezon Pasay, good fight. But this one, it is Marikina and Biñan, a lot to look forward to.
Definitely still an exciting match, and Dumasig starting it off with a dump ball. Followed up by a service ace. So 2 straight points right away from Dumasig.
And Biñan now is currently 7-3 dito sa ating team standings. They are solo at the number 3 spot, top 3 spot in our tournament right now. So ngayon ang objective nila dito, gusto mapantili ang top 3 spot. Para naman sa Marikina, they have a win in this tournament. They want to get back doon sa ating win column.
Yes, Marikina had their historic first win in round 1 against Caloocan, but so far hindi pa nasusundan, and of course they want to add to that by the end of the preliminaries.
But it is Biñan now, Pons. Hot start dito. 4 consecutive points for Biñan.
Yes, you really see the aggressiveness sa umpisa pa lang nitong Biñan. Quick attack to Tira-Tira, tried to be contained by Marikina, but they're unable so far.
Marikina, the younger squad here, of course, wanting to get back sa win column. Sarte chooses Palek, a little short there. 5 straight points for Biñan.
Alec really tried to put a lot of power in that attack, but there was not enough elevation.
Samantha tira-tira at the front row. Alam natin, Pons, how much of a threat she is. Mula doon. Dagarat, good hit. They go to Palek. A little short. And it is a 6-0 run for Biñan.
2 consecutive attack errors from Palek. And, maybe there's some first set jitters for Marikina.
Yun yung mga pag young team Pons, they gotta take some time to warm up here, pero alam natin itong Marikina, daming potential nito.
Yes, these are young players who have shown a lot of skill all throughout the 2 rounds of the preliminaries. And of course, the coaches, ang gusto lang din naman nila is ma-unleash nitong players nila yung potential nila here in the MPVA.
And speaking of potential, she shows us what she can do right there. Bal Medina, a threat from the front row.
That was an emphatic first point for Marikina, a statement first point. Because it's not really easy to execute quick attacks, but it's showing that they're really capable as well.
Back-to-back points. Good start para kay Bal Medina.
Bal Medina, she may be a shorter middle blocker as compared to tira-tira of the Biñan side. Pero minsan, ang importante rin kasi in middles is yung timing mo, yung alertness mo.
Oh, good save there. Free ball. Tira-tira right through the blockers.
Tira-tira, another successful quick attack. The Domasic tira-tira connection is here. Great set.
Kaya naman, that leads us to our first technical timeout in set number 1.
Next, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still watching us live here at Dasmariñas City, Cavite. I am still Rhea Raagas reporting courtside. And you know what, Nico and Fons? Earlier, I spoke with Bridget Martinez, the queen of the court from the Lady Shoe Masters, during their previous game against this very same opponent in Biñan. Bridget mentioned to me that she is still trying to fully recover from her ankle injury. Yung priority niya is her recovery, but despite not being in peak condition, motivated pa rin siya to play because she wants to help the Lady Shoe Masters in establishing that chemistry that the team have been working on, especially in matches na malaki yung potential for growth and learning like what you guys talked about. For her, this game is less about being perfect and more about giving what she can, playing smart, and of course, supporting her team in every possible way. What do you guys think?
Thank you so much, Rhea Raagas, with that story. And nabanggit nga niya, Pons, Bridget Martinez. Of course, she's back on the floor, but, may iniindi siya, yung ankle injury na yon. But good to see her smiling pa rin, in good spirits. And yun nga, coach will take whatever she could give, 50%, 70%. Whatever she could put on the floor, she will give for Marikina.
And you could really sense how gritty she is as a player kasi kahit may injury siya, she still wants to play.
That's good to see there. Positive side para sa Shoe Masters. So far, they still have a 6-point deficit to catch up to. Slowly but surely, they're doing that.
Biñan committing a couple of errors in the past few minutes. This time the set was a little too close to the net. The momentum cannot be stopped by Sabanal.
Solid start for the number 3 seed Biñan. They have a 5-point advantage here in set 1. Free ball. Good pickup there. Just unable to return it.
Sabanal bumawi agad-agad. She was the recipient of that set, the combination play. Which, of course, she did not fail Domasig in that instance.
Six-point advantage for the number 3 seed. Tudlasan. Oh, good block. But that's a point still for Biñan.
Back-to-back points by Sabanal. She's not a usual starter for Biñan, but she's definitely showing up today. We could notice parang kalahati nitong players ng Biñan ay ang usual starters, while the coach is also giving opportunity to his other players to have some playing time.
Oh, strong hit. Nabanggit mo nga, playing time Pons. These players right now really capitalizing doon sa opportunity na binibigay sa kanila ni Coach Obet.
Servidad and Sabanal definitely not wasting the chance being given to them by the coach.
At kaya naman, pa-time out dito ang Marikina. Makinig tayo.
Huwag nyo intindihin yung score. Okay? Intindihin nyo yung ginagawa nyo. Mia, kung malayo ka ba o malapit sa net pag nagbablock ka. At the same time, yung sa'yo, Liam, kung ganun ba yung block mo o naka-ganun lang. Okay? Doon muna tayo sa basic.
Back to basics. Very important message dun, Pons, by head coach Revi Pio Quinto dito sa Marikina, no? Good thing to polish on those habang maaga pa.
And also, so Coach Revi a while ago instructing Palek to just adjust her shots kasi nakailang net balls din siya.
Oh, and good point there by Lenguaje coming off the timeout.
That's what you want to see from a coach. Na nag-convert agad yung player mo right away after a timeout. Lenguaje. Excellent, yung tapang sa atake na yun, knowing that you have two tall blockers in front of you.
Good pickup. Back-to-back points. Scoring is the language of Lenguaje.
2 consecutive points for Lenguaje. We also saw Coach Revi kanina, tinuturuan si Lenguaje how to attack the block. Depende daw kung gaano nakapayong yung block. And right now, definitely, nababasa niya ng maayos yung block and she sees it as a good opportunity to challenge the net defense of Marikina. Of Biñan, rather.
Back-to-back points para dito sa Marikina. Coming off the timeout, good response by this young squad. It is still a 6-point game. Digged up by Concepcion. Lero gives the free ball. Ooh, napalakas doon. It is a touch though. Point will still go to Biñan.
Sabanal this time going off the block route. That's another opportunity to score. Another way, hindi kailangan lahat na dik-dik na bola.
7-point lead. Of course, like Tudlasan, one of the main leaders para dito sa Biñan. Looking to keep her team sharp as the number 3 seed in our tournament right now. And so far, it has been all Biñan so far.
Yes, Biñan more than doubling the scoring output of Marikina, which is only 6 points.
Lero chooses Linguaje. She's met by the blockers. Palek, medyo short doon. And point will go to Biñan.
That was another attacking error from Palek. But we could also notice na unti-unting nag-a-adjust na rin yung Biñan sa atake ni Linguaje. Couple of blocks on her.
Lero tries to get that 1-2 play through. Oh, but it is Mangubat being that threat.
Another very tall presence from Biñan. Mangubat this time. A power tip to score that point.
Ginagawa ngayon ni Coach Obet Ponce, he's really playing his second unit mostly. Tsaka yung bench niya really wanting to utilize and get the rhythm dito. It's good to see players like Mangubat, Segovia, and everyone else getting a chance here. And so far, they have been performing well. They lead us to our timeout.
Sabanal with her 4th point of the game just in this first set. Very good contribution. Really proving na deserve rin niya yung playing time from coach.
That leads us to our second technical timeout.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Sa ating mga kaliga, you could catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopi.com. Your game, your community, join now. That is powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Happy Sunday mga kaliga sa lahat ng patuloy na sumusuporta dito sa MPVA. We are here inside the Dasmariñas Arena. Nico Aaron alongside Ponce Galvez and Rhea Raagas at courtside. At hatid po namin ang ating Sunday triple header. Right now, it is Marikina and Biñan, our second match. Biñan with a 11-point advantage. Lero crosses it over there. Oh, nakapuntos doon ang Keisha Lero, getting herself on the board.
Lero just very smart with that, pushing it towards zone number 5. But also it was Tudlasan. She misread that ball. She was already there, but she thought it was sailing out.
Napangiti na lang si Laika doon. She knew that one was going in. But they still have a 10-point lead. Martinez back on the floor. Good block by Marikina. Lero. Oh, that's a touch. Point will go to Biñan.
Marikina committing a lot of errors in this first set. Definitely not helping their cause because they're also having a hard time producing their own points. But also it's a good sign seeing team captain Martinez, Bridget Martinez, now in the court. So she could definitely be the spark plug that the team needs.
Service line, it is Faye Mangubat. Trying to make her mark off the bench. Oh, but also making her mark. Celine Dagarat has been solid for the Shoemasters.
Yeah, Dagarat, a lot of breakout games in the past. You could really see na palaban itong batang to. And definitely kakailanganin nila yun in this game. Especially since they're facing the third seed team.
It is now Mia Aguila at the service line. We've seen spectacular showings from her as well. Para dito sa Marikina in their previous matches. She's proven that she can also be another key piece for the Shoemasters moving forward. They have a 10-point lead to make up for. Make that 11 after that score from Laika Tudlasan.
That set to Laika Tudlasan was far from the net. All she had to do was adjust and put that ball in. But that was a great placement from Laika.
Mangubat now back at the service line. Lero. Dagarat. And same spot, same result for Celine Dagarat.
Yes, Dagarat, same as Lenguaje, ang tapang. Seeing that you have two blockers in front of you, pero she used her speed and her power to get that ball through.
A lot of weapons itong Marikina. Good serve by Lero. Go to Martinez. Good save by Biñan. Oh, and tira. Just hard to get through that one. She scores it for Biñan.
Height is definitely might for Tira. Also, we have to credit some of that, part of that point to Gelaga for her aggressiveness in the floor. Of course, Tira, one of the best blockers in this league. Also one of the tallest players in this league.
And now Biñan is at the 20-point mark. 5 points away from taking set number 1. Oh, almost there. Marikina able to get that one back.
Marikina, this set is not yet over, but it's definitely a big lead to try to trim down. It's also something you could do is definitely build momentum heading into the second set.
Celine Dagarat. One of the high scorers now for Marikina. Good serve there. They get another point.
Couple of errors for Biñan, giving Marikina a chance to mount a comeback.
Bridget Martinez back on the floor as well para sa Lady Shoe Masters. Good reception by Tudlasan. They go back. Lenguaje this time. Ako naman daw, sabi niya.
Yes, this time she did not have to challenge the blockers. She found the space at the right side. And that's what she used to score. Nilakasan lang din talaga and used the cross-court angle for that point.
Third consecutive trip for Celine Dagarat at that service line. Good reception. Lero back to Lenguaje. And that's out. Point will go to Biñan.
That was called out. But her teammates, wanting to contest, saying that there was a touch.
From their angle, it looked like a touch, but the referee's eyes say otherwise. So Biñan now at a 9-point advantage. Laika Tudlasan, good service. Oh, Martinez! Nabawi agad yung puntos na yon.
That's what we're waiting for from the captain. Bridget Martinez with a smart, well-placed cross-court shot. So both teams from the outside, from both wing spikers rather, from Marikina, from the outside and opposite, just using the cross-court angles to score.
8-point ball game. Lero saw that one. They go back to Martinez. Medyo kinulang lang dun.
That was another error. That was also a low set, but Martinez still tried to force the issue. She was unsuccessful in keeping that ball alive.
9-point lead for Biñan. It started off well dito, Pons. Ang ganda nung umpisa nila sa laro. Marikina able to rally back, but so far it has been Biñan with the answers. Lero. They go to Lenguaje. Same spot, same result.
Lenguaje now with 4 points. And this time, ang ginamit naman niya is the down the line angle. What a great shot, great elevation as well. Very high lever and great contact from Lenguaje.
Yung built ni Lenguaje and Dagarot Ponce, no? They're very identical, no? Athletic body types, but the way they play is also very stellar.
Definitely, this 1-2 punch from Marikina could definitely give them a better, start to the second set. They're building momentum heading into the next frame.
Sheena Cafe now at the service line. Free ball, hatid ng Marikina. Oh, solid cross-court hit.
That was Gelaga with a mean left-handed shot.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99 load now. It is the others stepping up for Biñan, making their moment count as we are now at set point. Lero. Oh. They try to go for Lenguaje there, but they give a free ball. They go back to Lenguaje. Right through the blockers. She loves that spot.
Lenguaje has already scored 5 big points in the first set. More than doubling her output from their first match against Biñan. She only scored 2 that time. She's really playing inspired volleyball today.
And Lenguaje now at the service line, really stepping up for Marikina, one of their young stars. And that is a back-to-back points for the Lady Shoemasters.
Really a bright spot for the team, especially when your team captain Bridget Martinez is wounded. She's nursing an injury. Definitely have to step up.
Oh, too strong there for Lenguaje though, and that is why it is Biñan that takes set number 1 here in our second match. 25-16 ang naging score natin doon. More action dito sa ating pagbabalik.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Tara, sama-sama nating tuklasin ang ganda at galing ng aming maunlad na syudad, ang lungsod ng Dasmariñas, kung saan umuusbong ang kamangha-manghang industriya ng komersyo at turismo. Dito sa Dasmariñas, ang industriya at turismo ay nagdadala ng pagkakaisa. Sa iba't ibang dako ng bansa, dito nagtatagpo ang masisipag at matatalino sa loob ng mga pagawaan, planta at malalaking industrial parks. Ang mga manggagawa ay nag-aambagan upang isulong ang pagbabago at kaunlaran. Isa rin sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan.
25-16, yan po ang naging talaan natin dito. After our first set of action, it has been Biñan dictating that one here, Pons. Let's take a look at our highlights.
Yes, for Biñan, a lot of new names really stepping up for today. Like Sabanal, Servidad, and Mangubat. Whereas for the side of Marikina, mostly Lenguaje stepping up for the team, and it's good to see her come out of her shell today. So for both teams, it's really just a matter of playing their system. We've seen how Marikina could work well, how their offensive system works. Yung tapang nila when it comes to challenging the blocks of their opponents. Just a matter of consistency and lessening their errors. Whereas of course, for Biñan, who scored, take a look at that. 11 attacks for Marikina, Biñan 12.
Yeah.
So it's not much difference. But the alarming statistic is that they did not score any blocks, no aces, and 10 opponent errors. So Marikina, they have a lot of bright spots na pwede nilang panghugutan heading into the second set. And for Biñan, you just want to stay consistent and play like how you played in the first set.
So we are about to find out, will those adjustments be made here in set number 2? Nico Aaron alongside Ponce Galvez and Rhea Ragas at courtside here inside the beautiful, colorful city of Dasmariñas, Cavite.
Take a look at that. Like at Tudlasan, the elevation and the power, you really see how she used her body to harness all that power.
And starting things off for us here in set 2. Between Marikina and Biñan. Of course, Biñan ang ating number 3 seed dito sa tournament. They want to stay there and continue staying sharp as we enter the playoffs. At ito namang Marikina wanting to get back in the win column and continue to end their latter part of the season strong. So far, it has been Sam Tira-Tira and the entire Biñan showcasing their dominance so far.
That was a really tough matchup. Lero versus Tira-Tira. And with the height of Tira-Tira and her skill level, it's really hard to penetrate that.
Good hit. Lero, they go to Balmedina. Oh, good drop shot. Mula kay number 18, Crisanta Servidad.
Servidad outsmarting the Marikina offense in that rally. It was starting to build up. The rally is getting longer, so what she had to do was just find the open spot.
Good service. Oh, good point there. Of course, you go to Dagarat if you need a point. First point for Marikina sa set 2.
That was well placed, but also misread by the defense of Biñan. They thought it was going out, kaya iniwasan yung bola.
Service naman, it is Balmedina. Good dig there. Lero. Back-to-back points. Celine Dagarat.
That is something that you could do as if you were Marikina, just find the open spots. So we could notice ang dami ring nadidig kasi na strong attacks nitong Biñan. But if you vary your offense or the type of attacks that you give out, mas mahirapan silang basahin yung opensa nyo.
Oh, good start for the Marikina Lady Shoe Masters. 3 consecutive points. Service ace.
That was a great float serve by Balmedina. Also kanina gusto ko nang banggitin, you do not want to give a 4-0 start to Biñan. But now it's good that the Marikina was able to string up 3 consecutive points.
And they get a free ball here, Pons. Martinez, they go to Dagarat again. Oh, but that time, Laika Tudlasan takes matters into her own hands.
Biñan, you have your go-to woman in the front row. Why not give the ball to her? And Tudlasan not failing her setter.
And Laika Tudlasan, one of the leaders para dito sa number 3 ranked Biñan. And
there was a rotational fault for Marikina. Sayang kasi nabawi na nila yung malaking lamang kanina, and now these uncharacteristic errors, giving back the huge lead to Biñan.
4 points now for number 7, Laika Tudlasan. Really showing up. And that's been her calling card dito, Pons. That when they need scoring, they know who to go to. Oh, good block. But better attack by Servidad.
That block hit the antenna. That's why the point goes to Servidad and the rest of Biñan. We mentioned Laika Tudlasan had 4 points, but of course we know she's more than capable of scoring more than that. But the thing is kasi, si Domasig is really spreading out the offense to the likes of Servidad and the other, second stringers of Biñan.
Speaking of points, Pons, Laika Tudlasan showing us she could score from a service line. She gives us an ace. 8-3 is our score in our first technical timeout.
Number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
You are still watching us live here at Dasmariñas City, Cavite for the 2025 MPVA. And earlier, Coach Obet, during that huddle after set number 1, remained calm and composed and just letting the girls talk through, including the second stringers who had started the match for him. Coach Obet set the tone with quiet confidence, reaffirming his trust sa kanyang players. In fact, yung specific instructions lang ni Coach Obet were more on maintaining the momentum that they were able to establish during set number 1. Now, with a strong start so far, let's see if they will be able to sustain this momentum here at the second set. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much. That was Rhea Raagas, our courtside reporter. Coach Obet, Pons, very steady pa rin. You have to appreciate the trust na binibigay niya dito kahit mga second stringers dito sa match na to, they've been able to show up, and yung confidence na binibigay din niya sa mga girls.
Yes, you really see the confidence sa sistemang binuo rin na force ni Coach Obet, and this is just the best avenue para makita yung system na when your second stringers are playing, parang wala rin nagbago. You're still playing at a very high level.
And so far, Coach Obet and his squad have rise to the occasion. It is 9-5, 4-point advantage for the number 3 ranked Biñan.
This is definitely a much better showing, a much better start for Marikina in the second set because hindi nila hinahayaang lumaki yung lamang.
You do not want to do that. And an ace. Once again, Dagarat showing us she could score as well from the service line.
The outside hitters of Marikina are definitely the main gunners for today. Dagarat and Lenguaje have been the most consistent on the white side.
A 3-point affair. But that goes back to 4 after that error dito. If you're Marikina, Pons, heading into this set, what's something na na-appreciate mo sa adjustments nila, and what's something you're hoping na kaya pa na re-adjust moving forward?
I think they're sort of unfazed in this set. Parang alam nilang kaya nilang lumaban eh. Alam nilang they could find ways para masira yung depensa ng Biñan. So it's just a matter of minimizing their errors once again.
But that time,
this time it was Punzalan. A usual starter for Biñan. Punzalan with the block that time. This time an ace.
And service ace. Biñan just enjoying themselves. 6-point advantage. But Lenguaje says, let me make that 5.
Another great attack from Lenguaje. Her efficiency is very high today. Almost all of her attacks are being converted. Take a look at that. Just a great angle. A great cross-court shot.
Lenguaje, Dagarat, Palek, a lot of potential. Even Martinez for Marikina. But that time, Domasig just finding the opening.
That was an unfortunate instance. I think Lera was expecting Palek to get that second ball. Because usually, pag first ball ay setter, ang libero yung nagsiset ng second ball.
6-point lead. Make that a 7-point lead for Biñan.
Another point from Punzalan. This 1-2 punch rin ni Tira-Tira at Punzalan has been very consistent for Biñan all throughout this season of the MPVA.
Grabe yung length, no, Pons, ng Biñan. You have Tira-Tira, you have Punzalan, you also have Domasig. The length of this Biñan squad. Talagang a lot of threats, especially pag nasa harap sila.
Yes, that's correct. Parang masasense mo rin talaga na yung height nila is really an advantage, especially against this Marikina, a smaller team.
They go to Tudlasan. Napalakas siya doon. Point will go back to Marikina.
Another error for Biñan. The lead is now just down to 5. But if you were Marikina, gusto mo paliitin pa yan as much as you can. Ayaw mong umabot yung Biñan ng 20-point mark na malaki pa rin yung lamang.
Marikina, still a manageable deficit here. We've seen them come back from larger ones. But it's just been shots like that from Kayceline Punzalan.
Punzalan, nakaibabaw siya sa bola. Take a look at this.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power. All 99 load now. Kayceline Punzalan making her mark. And right on cue, service ace ulit.
The referee still wanting to confer with the linesman. Let's see if he will overrule this decision.
And they do.
The ball is out.
Yeah.
And the point goes to Marikina.
Let's take a look at that once again.
See. Was a good float though. Yeah, but the ball was out. Good overruled decision by the referee.
It's those margins, no points in volleyball.
Yes, and there are things that the naked eye would really be hard to see. Find hard to see.
But that one is in for Antang. It is a 6-point advantage for the number 3 ranked Biñan as we head over to our second technical timeout.
Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back to live action here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. And you could catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now. That is powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po sa patuloy na sumusuporta dito sa ating Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Ang liga para sa lahat. Nico Aaron, Pons Galvez, and Rhea Ragas at courtside. So far, Pons, Marikina has fought valiantly, but it's been all Biñan.
Yes, a lot of effort from the side of Marikina, but Biñan still outplaying them.
Still a manageable lead though. That's a 6-point game.
But also one reason bakit medyo malapit pa rin ang score is because of the errors of Biñan. A lot of attack errors. A couple from Tudlasan as well.
Nga po kanina pag-usapan natin Marikina, but let's talk about Biñan this time. If you're Coach Obet, syempre alam mo, you guys most likely entering the playoffs if the standings stay the same. You're still going to be the top 3 seed, ano? Of course, being one of the top seeds, what are some things you want to polish if you're Biñan in this match?
I think in the semifinals, if you're the 3rd seed, you're gonna face the 2nd seed. So you're gonna face a much tougher opponent as compared to the other teams in this league. So you really have to polish your game. Use this opportunity, the final few games of the preliminaries to polish your game. Make sure that everybody is contributing at the same time. Hindi yung nagre-rely ka lang sa isang player.
And good to see, si Coach Obet trying different combinations now. He's trying his other players to see what they can contribute and really looking forward to their playoff run as they have a 9-point advantage. Kaya napa-timeout dito si Head Coach Revi Piaquinto ng Marikina. Let's listen in.
Pag dinulo mo dun sa wing, nalilate na siya. So, effort na lang tayo dun sa wing mo. Oh, coverage natin nawawala kanina pa. Ha? Effort pa tayo.
Good reminders from Coach Revi. Ponsika, what did you pick up from that timeout?
Yung tinuturo ni Coach yung adjustments. Yung mostly the timeout was for Lero on how she has to set the balls to her wing spikers. So, more effort daw when it comes to setting to the wings. Siguro para mas maganda yung hatid ng bola sa wings and mas may opportunity yung wing spikers na mamili kung paano nila papaluin yung bola.
Can Marikina make that adjustment? Slowly but surely trying to dig this 9-point lead. Now they're within 8. As that is De La Cruz on your screens. Jade Margaret De La Cruz.
That was a much needed, end to stop the bleeding for Marikina.
8-point lead for Biñan. That goes back to 9. Just really being a threat at that front row.
Kanina na-sub out na si, I believe, Tira-Tira, but we have De La Cruz in front. Same high quality blocks from Biñan. So it's really, ingrained in their, system as a team.
And at the service line. Oh, and that is an ace for Desela Gay Segovia. Our standouts ng recent game ng Biñan, and now she is continuing her prowess on the court. Hatid niya ang service ace na yon.
We talked about Segovia in our pre-game. Definitely a lot of quality players in this team.
Daming mahuhugutan dito ni Coach Obet for Biñan. But for Marikina, it is Marcelo right now scoring.
Team captain Bridget Martinez is back in the bench. Marcelo just smartly tipping that ball over, and she scores.
Good block there for Marikina. Good dig. Free ball. Good rally so far. Oh, Lenguaje scores once again.
Lenguaje maybe noticed that the block of De La Cruz was not pushed well enough. Just capitalized on that. If you were De La Cruz, kailangan mas i-press mo pa yung bola mo sa net. Yung arms mo rather.
And Celine Dagarat as well for Marikina, helping out Lenguaje with 6 points. And speaking of points, that one will go back to Biñan.
Yes, De La Cruz, an attack. Turned out to be a free ball na regalo. She really did not have to put much power into that. Placement shot lang ang kailangan para makuha niya yung regalo na yun.
Good shot by Jade Margaret De La Cruz. Another bright spot for Biñan. Lady Shoemasters take that point.
Lenguaje and Dagarat really playing well this entire game. Really, the Marikina squad is really relying on their outside hitters for offense today.
And Chaneli Palek, the younger sister of Shannon Palek. And that's a good service right there, forcing the error from Biñan.
Yes, Damasig really had to adjust para maisat lang yung bola. Fortunately, it turned out to be an error sa offense.
Chaneli Palek, another bright spot for Marikina. Her second consecutive trip dito sa ating service line. Oh! 1-2 play. Good awareness by Damasig.
That's correct. Good awareness. Right timing. Kasi it's one of those days na hindi din natin masyadong nakikita si Damasig na mag 1-2 plays. So ngayon, hindi talaga siya nababantayan ng depensa ng Marikina.
And she leads Biñan now to set point. There you have it, Pons. Mga kaliga, it is Biñan taking set number 2.
That was a high first ball. Lero tried to set that, but it was already on the side of Biñan, and Punzalan capitalized on that to seal the second set.
25-16 naging tala natin sa set number 2. Set number 3 dito sa ating pagbabalik.
Fans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Tara, sama-sama nating tuklasin ang ganda at galing ng aming maunlad na syudad, ang lungsod ng Dasmariñas, kung saan umuusbong ang kamanghamanghang industriya ng komersyo at turismo. Dito sa Dasmariñas, ang industriya at turismo ay nagdadala ng pagkakaisa. Sa iba't ibang dako ng bansa, dito nagtatagpo ang masisipag at matatalino sa loob ng mga pagawaan, planta at malalaking industrial parks. Ang mga manggagawa ay nag-aambagan upang isulong ang pagbabago at kaunlaran. Isa rin sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan. Katrabaho, kaibigan, kapamilya man, siguradong masisiyahan. Napahanga rin ang mga turista sa aming mga infrastruktura na tunay na pag-unlad ang ipinapakita. Hatid nito ang mas mabilis at maayos na serbisyo para sa bawat Dasmariñeño, maging sa mga bumibisita rito. Maliwanag at maliwalas ang mga daan. Laging handang tumulong ang pamunuan at mamamayan. Kasabay ng pag-angat, pinapahalagahan at pinangangalagaan ang
25-16, 25-16. Very identical both sets natin dito between Biñan and Marikina. Pons, tignan natin ang highlights dito sa set number 2.
Set number 2, more second stringers stepping up for the side of Biñan, whereas for Marikina, the same names, Dagarat and Lenguaje, contributing to their cause. But the score 25-16, 25-16 is already a better outing for Marikina because in the first game, they only scored 12 and 8 respectively in the first two sets. But this time, ang mas maraming error is yung Biñan. So they actually helped Marikina a lot in this set. But the 6 blocks from Biñan is definitely the best statistic in this table. Really showing the capabilities of the net defense of Biñan to read the attacks of Marikina.
Yeah, so it's Anquisha Lero looking to lead and surge these Marikina Lady Shoe Masters here in set number 3. Stay alive in this one as we open things up here inside the Dasmariñas Arena, the vibrant and colorful city of Dasmariñas, Cavite. Nico Aaron alongside Pons Galvez and Rhea Ragas at courtside as we bring you our second match in our Sunday triple header.
This is the Kat Domasic that we know, a very offensive-minded setter with a quick dump in that first point of the set.
A lot of standouts dito. If you are Coach Obet Pons, no, matutuwa ka sa Biñan. A lot of players stepping up in this match.
This time for Marikina, what worked was yung patience. Nabablock sila ng tira-tira, but they were able to cover that up. And Lero just smartly pushing that ball.
Bridget Martinez back at the service line. Good to see her back in action. Just an error there though. If you're Marikina Pons, how do you want to approach itong set number 3, knowing na if you steal this one, you stay alive?
I think for Marikina, very crucial yung simula nila. In the past 2 sets, hinayaan nilang mag-build ng lamang yung Biñan. But this time, if they start better, baka mas magka-composure sila to go toe-to-toe with Biñan hanggang dulo ng set.
Yun nga, no? That has been the challenge for these young Marikina Lady Shoe Masters. But they've responded valiantly. And humingi sila ng touch doon. Oh, but the referee gives it to Biñan.
Team captain Bridget Martinez talking with the referee. She has the right to do so. Yeah. She's the team captain. But I think, let's take a look at that.
Ayun.
The first and second referees, mag-uusap sila.
Yung convincing powers nito ni Bridget Martinez Pons na paisipang referee natin doon. As our fans also in attendance behind our referees, kumakaway-kaway, all of our beautiful spectators.
Team captains being summoned.
Yeah, really fighting for that point.
The point is now awarded to Marikina. They were successful.
Coach Revi Pio Quinto appreciating the effort. These girls are showing talagang every point lumalaban itong Marikina Pons.
Yes, every point counts talaga.
And you gotta appreciate the effort there. They earned that one. It is now 2-all. Good block. Back-to-back points for the Lady Shoe Masters.
Error for Biñan. I think this is the first time that Marikina has tasted the lead in this game. A momentum boost, a confidence boost definitely for this team. We should capitalize on this. They want to extend the match.
Alam natin, Pons, no, itong Marikina, no, when they have momentum, they can be a scary team. Playing with a lot of confidence. And speaking of, their third consecutive point.
Biñan giving away a few points. You do not want to be complacent. You want to end this in a sweep. Because as we mentioned, they're currently at 3rd place, but it's still not a safe position.
Yeah.
Every point counts, every set counts.
Can Marikina build on that? Service ace. What a start for Bal Medina and the Lady Shoe Masters.
Well, Medina has really shown that she could serve up a good float serve. Yung mga float serve na yan, bigla na lang bumababa. Kaya mahirap basahin.
Eloisa Bal Medina now with 4 big points. Also stepping up for the Lady Shoe Masters, wanting to help their charge here in set number 3. Lero, oh, medyo kinulang lang si Dagarat doon.
That was an error. They tried to execute a double quick play. And also looking at the 6 on the floor for Marikina, I think Dagarat is now playing as an opposite. Whereas Bridget Martinez is back in her natural position as an outside hitter. And Lenguaje is also an outside hitter right now.
She's been dangerous from that spot. They go to Dagarat this time. Oh, solid hit from Segovia.
Segovia was also named the Queen of the Court before. It's because of that. A very consistent middle attacker.
Samantha Tira-Tira, isa rin sa mga leaders nitong Biñan with 5 points now. Well-balanced attack for the Lady Chiefs. Kaya naman, nakabalik sila dito sa set 3. It is now at 5-all.
Happened here. That was a solid block, courtesy of Segovia again.
Dagarat. Oh, right through the blockers. They choose Lenguaje this time. Good variety of attacks. Lia Lenguaje.
Smartly, just tossing that ball in the free area. You don't have to spike everything. It also pays to be smart.
Celine Dagarat, the counterpart of Lenguaje now with 6 big points. So it's been her, Lenguaje, Martinez, really showing their might for Marikina. And Coach Revy Pio Quinto on your screens.
She's shouting, bawi, bawi.
Service ace din. Mula dito sa Biñan, it is number 18, Servidad.
Servidad with her second ace of the game. Playing opposite today. Also a good float serve and right at the middle of Concepcion and Martinez. But this time, she commits an error, just negating the point that she had a while ago.
Lia Lenguaje now back at the service line. She has been solid for Marikina. 9 points for her in this match. Looking to add on to that. Good dig. Oh, good save by Marikina. Good rally so far. We go to Martinez. Free ball. Lero chooses Martinez again. Try the 1-2. Good rally. Ball stays alive. Lero back to Martinez. Good block. They try it again. But Laika Tudlasan says, allow me to put the exclamation point on that.
Tudlasan only needed one touch to score the point, even if she is from the back row. Ending that very, very long rally.
Ooh. And that leads us to our first technical timeout.
The projects, plans, play, game with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still watching the 2025 MPVA live here at Dasmariñas City, Cavite, and I am Rhea Agas reporting courtside. During that second set huddle, Coach Ravi asked the girls kung kilala nga ba nila si Tinkerbell or Peter Pan, and she reminded them of that story na thinking of happy thoughts helps you fly. Kaya she encouraged them to think of happy thoughts para tumaas ang endorphins nila. Of course, for Coach Revy, maging malaking tulong ito para sa team to showcase what they are truly capable of and mailabas ang kanilang tulay na laro. Despite being down 2 sets, she still wanted them to focus on the joy of playing and the camaraderie that makes the game worth playing for. Now back to you guys.
Important. It's also very evident sa mga timeouts na naririnig natin. Just positive thinking and not really putting so much pressure on her girls. So we see Bal Medina. Lero sets up to Martinez. Down the line, kill. And Segovia unable to keep that ball alive. Not really in the proper position to put that ball up. That's what they need Martinez now in her original position as an outside hitter. Setting up, the libero, Dagarat just gives up a free ball. Domasig. Tudlasan, Doug. Martinez again. Doug well. Paunahan mag-error. Both these aces, Martinez and Tudlasan. But this time it was Tudlasan who had too strong of an attack. So Marikina is really doing a good job maintaining this lead. Currently lead 10 points to 9.
It is a 1-point advantage for the Shoemasters, able to keep up here. But Biñan ties it at 10 apiece. Sam tira-tira. Grabe, yung threat niya po at that front row.
Sam Tira-Tira has made a living today sa mga blocks niya. Couple of blocks already. It's really hard to penetrate.
If you're Marikina Ponson, how do you make that adjustment? Yung knowing that you have like Sam Tira-Tira at that front row, how do you adjust your shots in a way na para hindi niya makuha?
I think as a setter, pwedeng mas ilayo mo yung bola sa net para may opportunity yung players mo mamili ng angles. But also at the same time, kailangan i-activate mo rin yung side, yung wing attackers mo from the outside and opposite para medyo mahirapan naman si Tira-Tira magbasa ng bola.
But so far, it has been Biñan with the lead here. Ganda ng start ng Marikina. Pero nakasagot agad ang Biñan. They have a 2-point advantage. 12 serving 10.
Si Tira-Tira, ilan na kaya blocks?
Oh, that is just sharp but too strong.
Everything but the point for Tudlasan.
Yep.
A couple of outside balls from her.
Point will go to Marikina there. Palek off the fingers. Tudlasan, different shot. Sarte. They give a free ball. Oh, Balmedina meeting tira-tira at that one. But it has been Servidad, and she puts that away. To the delight of our fans. And that was this game's community cam powered by pusupi.com. Your community, join now. And happy Sunday sa ating mga kaliga dito. Hope you are enjoying our MPVA action kung saan man kayo ngayon. But if you're near the venue, then come on over, as we have another match between Dasmariñas and Negros right after this one. So far, it's been like a Tudlasan.
Really known for her, jump serve. This time, great placement shot. Martinez unable to keep that up.
Yan, napa-time out dito si head coach Revi Pioquinto. Let's listen in.
Nagpamigay tayo ng puntos dahil sa error natin. Isa-isa lang, dahan-dahan.
Yep, just straight, simple reminders from head coach Revi Pioquinto. Lessen the errors, and you gotta appreciate those reminders. Isa-isa lang, dahan-dahan, 1 point at a time, and that's how you gotta approach it if you're Marikina, because it's only a 3-point game, but it's been like a Tudlasan with 6 big points for the number 3 ranked Biñan. Really the steady force for the Lady Chiefs. Oh, good attack there. Balmedina finds the blank space, and she makes him pay.
That's one way. That's a successful attempt on, defeating or outsmarting the tira-tira block. Just work on your angles, and that's what Balmedina did.
Balmedina now at the service line. Lumalaban ng Marikina dito, Pons. It's only a 2-point game. Good serve. An ace for Balmedina.
Balmedina tallied already a couple of aces today. Really the best server for Marikina in this game.
Balmedina, another bright spot for Coach Revi Pioquinto. 6 points already for Eloisa Balmedina. You gotta appreciate the effort there, and it's 3 consecutive points. And Marikina is clawing back here in set number 3.
It's amazing to really see these players step up, because in their last game, as we enumerated a while ago, Martinez had 6 points, Balmedina had 4, Chopitea and Lenguay had 2 apiece. Those are the only scorers in the previous, in their round 1 match against Biñan. But this time, the Marikina players are much more productive when it comes to their scoring output.
Yung response as Servidad scores on that one. And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power. All 99 load now. Crisanta Servidad. That strong attack for Biñan. Good dig. Free ball. Sarte. Oh, it's those twin towers. Segovia and Helaga.
That set was a little bit close to the net, like we mentioned kanina. You have to give your spikers the opportunity to play with their angles.
And the second technical timeout of the set.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusupi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. That is powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And special thanks to our media partner, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And it is a beautiful Sunday afternoon mula dito sa Dasmariñas, Cavite. And the action here inside the Dasmariñas Arena. As you have Samantha Tira-Tira with 6 big points now para dito sa Biñan, as they have a 3-point advantage. Good joust at the net. It is Crisanta Servidad who wins that one.
Servidad really maximizing her stint in the front row. A lot of attacks. Also had a block a while ago. Patuloy lang yung Biñan dun sa consistent yung pressure na binibigay nila sa net defense from the second set.
4-point game. That becomes a 5-point game after that error.
Dagarat finding it hard to really convert right now. Maybe nahirapan siya sa transition from being an outside hitter from the first and second sets to an opposite spiker here in the third set.
Samantha Tira-Tira with the serve. Oh, beautiful cross-court hit.
That was Gelaga. Kanina, nagbigay rin siya ng malakas na left-handed spike. This time, from the left side naman. And going towards zone number 5.
Jasmine Gelaga contributing points as well for Biñan. Lero chooses Dagarat. But it's been those twin towers of Segovia and Gelaga at the net.
Kanina na-cover yung unang block, but this time there was no one to cover that ball. And coaches would really want to say, anong kasunod pag na-block ka? Yes, dapat may coverage.
Speaking of coach, let's listen in to Marikina's timeout.
Mawawala yung satisfaction natin. Kailangan madikitan pa natin yan. Okay? Tara! Effort pa!
You gotta love what Coach Revy mentioned there, Pons. Just have satisfaction in your game, ano? And not putting much pressure on these young girls, but reminding them to still play hard.
Yes, of course. We're actually not even sure about their goal today. Maybe ang goal lang nila is to score more than they did in the last game. And they definitely already surpassed their round 1 output. But coach, of course, you know, sabi nga kanina sa report, happy thoughts. And I think that's the philosophy of coach, just to really see her players enjoy the game.
And, you know, speaking of coaches, Pons, every time na nakakausap ko sina Coach Revy, Coach Andy Fiel of Marikina, it's the goal for them talaga all throughout these seasons has been to be able to develop the volleyball nitong Marikina Lady Shoe Masters. Halos lahat to mga homegrown, grassroots. So for them, it's about just that long-term goal nila para sa girls. Ano? They know bata pa tong mga to, but they know they have a lot of potential to showcase. Kaya tuwang-tuwa si Coach Revy dito sa team na to.
That's correct. Hindi lang naman yung win-loss record or yung awards ang kailangan mong habulin na sa team, but also yung growth and yung cohesion ng team mo on how they enjoy the presence of each other.
And it's games like these that hone them. And so far, it is the number 3 ranked Biñan with a commanding lead.
Palek this time outsmarting the defense of Biñan. Soft tip.
Kaya ang Biñan naman dito ang napa-time out. Coach Obet Garcia wants to talk things through. Let's listen in.
Di porket labang kayo, ganun lang ang gagawin yung hindi naman pinalo na malakas nilagay na nga lang Siguro naman kahit elementary, kaya kunin nyo kung nakaready.
What did you pick up from that timeout, Pons?
Yung pinapakalma lang niya yung girls, they're just 4 points away from getting the match, and just simple instructions ang binigay ni coach sa kanyang players.
Yeah, wanting them to finish strong for Biñan. Lero Marikina trying to get back in this one. Spirit of charge. But it's been shots like that by Biñan that have kept them afloat.
Gelaga in her small frame, generating a lot of power. Good angle. Good target yung outer hand ni Palek para tumalsik yung bola.
3 points away. Set point. Tong Biñan. And a lot of standouts in this match for the number 3 ranked team in our league. Sheena Cafe gets that one through. Good dig there. Oh, and Chaneli Palek, she's pumped from that one.
Chaneli Palek, great showing in the third set. I believe she was scoreless in the first 2 sets despite multiple attempts. But this time, you know, she's sky high when it comes to her confidence.
Positive energy pa rin Ponsa yung
Yes, that's
pinapakita ng
correct.
Marikina. You gotta appreciate that. And they're just enjoying themselves here. Trying to fight back. Oh, miscue lang dun.
That set was the players were unsure as to who Lero was setting for. That was a huge momentum breaker for Marikina kasi lumalapit na ulit sila eh.
Point there will go for Marikina. Service error. Rare one for Biñan.
Biñan just 2 points from closing this match.
As Shanali Palek also had a stellar game so far for Marikina. Lero chooses Martinez. Tudlasan, good block by Balmedina. Joust at the net. Lero goes to Balmedina this time, and that is good. That connects.
Medina returns to the front row and reintroduces herself right away. 4 points in this set, 2 from aces and 2 from attacks. Great. That was a high set, not the usual quick set we see from middles. But Medina is capitalizing on that.
And look at that, Pons. Marikina is at the 20-point mark, but that error brings Biñan to set point.
That
Match
might
point,
be
rather.
one of the most costly errors of the game, giving your opponent the match point.
Precious Cruz checks in for Marikina. Looking to give them that one spark they need if they want to stay alive. Cafe. Oh. A little miscue there.
Marikina still alive thanks to that error from Biñan, but you have to play perfect volleyball para ma-tie itong game na to and extend it with the deuce. Domasig, the main setter for Biñan, now back in.
And we are at match point. Keisha Lero and the Marikina Lady Shoe Masters fighting to stay alive. They want to get back in the win column, but Biñan now a point away from preventing them from doing so. Good block. Good pick up by Lero. They choose Bridget. Oh, good block point for Marikina.
That was a long rally brewing.
And the timeout here for Marikina. They could smell it, Pons. Kaya pa nila dito.
Bagarat with a good block right there, keeping her team alive.
And, you know, from that timeout, Coach Revy here sensing Pons. I mean, match point ang Biñan, pero sabi niya, you know, they're still in this one.
Yes, and you can see Marikina also playing really well in this third set. Very confident, you know, all smiles. Take a look at that. Bridget Martinez is still smiling. Parang hindi sila pressured to, you know, play perfect in the next couple of points. Let's see.
Will Marikina live to fight another set? But Samantha Tira says, let me put this one away.
Tira started this game with a couple of emphatic points. Take a look at that. A quick attack ends it all for Marikina.
And 25-22 here in set number 3. Marikina Lady Shoemasters showing good fight, but it is the number 3 ranked Biñan Lady Chiefs triumphant in this straight sets victory for them, staying sharp and solidifying their number 3 spot.
This was a match that Biñan really needed to win, you know, in order to ensure that they have a good placement in the Final Four. And they did deliver. But for the side of Marikina, I think they should really be proud of this game. If we're gonna make a direct comparison from the round 1 match and this match, mas maganda yung nilaro ng Marikina today as compared to how they did in the first round. So, all smiles still for the team.
25-16, 25-16, 25-22. Yan po after 3 sets of action. Post-game interviews and more sa ating pagbabalik.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Tara, sama-sama nating tuklasin ang ganda at galing ng aming maunlad na syudad, ang lungsod ng Dasmariñas, kung saan umuusbong ang kamanghamanghang industriya ng komersyo at turismo. Dito sa Dasmariñas, ang industriya at turismo ay nagdadala ng pagkakaisa sa iba't ibang dako ng bansa. Dito nagtatagpo ang masisipag at matatalino sa loob ng mga pagawaan, planta at malalaking industrial parks. Ang mga manggagawa ay nag-aambagan upang isulong ang pagbabago at kaunlaran. Isa rin sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan. Katrabaho, kaibigan, kapamilya man, siguradong masisiyahan. Napahanga rin ang mga turista sa aming mga infrastruktura na tunay na pag-unlad ang ipinapakita. Hatid nito ang mas mabilis at maayos na serbisyo para sa bawat Dasmariñeño, maging sa mga bumibisita rito. Maliwanag at maliwalas ang mga daan. Laging handang tumulong ang pamunuan at mamamayan. Kasabay ng pag-angat, pinapahalagahan at pinangangalagaan ang kalikasan sa pinakasikat at libreng pasyalan, ang Promenada Dasmariñas. Isang river park na kumpleto sa pasilidad. Isang atraksyon.
Back here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA, 25-16, 25-16, 25-22. After 3 sets of action, it is the number 3 ranked team, Biñan, winning this one in straight sets. At ito, Pons, sino ang napili mong queen of the court natin?
Yes, we have chosen Crisanta Servidad as the queen of the court today. She is not a usual starter for the side of Biñan, but she definitely stepped up, scoring a couple of points from attacks and even had a block and an ace. So, really consistent all-around play from this player.
And Crisanta right now is with our courtside reporter, Rhea Raagas. Rhea, the floor is yours.
I am here with Chris Servidad, the queen of the court for the Biñan Gel Arellano Chiefs. Chris, congratulations. But of course, I would like to ask, what worked best for you para makuha nyo to in 3 straight sets?
Siguro po yung communication po na dapat mapadali yung laro namin and yung mga training namin last time dapat ma-apply po namin.
Ayan, and of course, after this win, ano pa ang gusto nyo or gusto mo makita na mas ma-improve nyo as a team?
Siguro lahat naman gusto ma-improve yung mga kailangan namin i-improve, lalo na yung skills namin. And para sa next game po, kailangan pa namin siguro pag-igihan para mapasok po sa semis.
Now, may gusto ka bang batiin? Family, fans, and friends, now is the time.
Hi Ma, hi Pa, hi Alex, Kuya, and sa Servidad family, Lopera family, and hi sa GF ko, hi Ina, hi kay Sir Francisco Caico, and kay Sir Francis Caico, and sa Biñan po.
Congratulations to the Biñan Gel Arellano Chiefs and of course to our queen of the court, Chris Servidad. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Rhea Raagas, and the family of Crisanta Servidad, number 18, shining bright and stepping up for Biñan. Must be very happy this Sunday as she is our queen of the court, leading Biñan to their stellar win today here in this tournament, making her mark.
There's a lot of people stepping up. Not your usual starters, but Servidad is one of those na nagpakitang gilas today for Biñan.
As we take a look at your Smarts Powered Up Plays brought to you by Smart Only 5G, only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. And what a match, Pons.
Yes, in the first set, outright dominance from the side of Biñan. A lot of quick attacks and yung Sabanal and Servidad really scoring a couple of points and even those quick attacks. So, dominant showing right away. Pero for the side naman of Marikina, dito natin nakita yung tapang ni Lengguahe at ni Dagarat when it comes to scoring. And eventually, madadala nila in the next couple of sets yung scoring prowess na yun. And in the second set naman, it was sort of the same story. A good start from Biñan. Tinatry humabol ng Marikina. A lot of bright spots for Marikina, but still Biñan with a stronger end game and mas consistent and mas efficient yung attacking nila.
Efficiency was the name of the game for our number 3 team, Biñan. At we take a look, set number 3 naman, Pons. Good fight doon, pinakita ng Marikina. But it was Biñan able to just put it away in this one.
Yes, set number 3, definitely the most exciting set of this game. While Medina really stepping up, scoring 4 points for Marikina, but that was not enough because Servidad and Segovia really capitalized, on their strengths in offense to give the game, to get the game rather for the side of Biñan. Pero sabi nga natin kanina, like that, Palek and the rest of Marikina, they're really trying their best to live by the philosophy of Coach Revy, which is just to enjoy the game. And I think they were still successful with that, even if they lost in today's match in 3 sets.
Marikina, a lot to look forward to, but it is Biñan looking stellar. Tingnan natin yung stats dito po sa ating match.
Yung Marikina, 11 attacks, but Biñan 33, so tripling the output of Marikina. And also the 13 blocks as compared to 2. That's really, a testament on how strong the blocking system of Biñan is. For aces 4 to 6 and opponent errors almost equal. So if Marikina has to work on something, it should be on attacking and on having more contributors other than their outside hitters. But for Biñan, ituloy yung pag-give ng opportunity sa mga second stringers to step up para when it comes to the semifinals, they're ready and equipped.
And number 3 ranked team showing us why they are in the top seed. And up next, mga kaliga, hindi pa tapos ang volleyball dito. It is the Negros Immaculada Worldwide taking on the home team, the Dasmariñas Monarchs, when we return dito sa MPVA, ang liga para sa lahat.